Hey, Redeeming Life Church, I pray that you're well. I hope that your reading in James has been fruitful. And as we enter the second week of our series, Wisdom is the Path, and we're journeying through James, we're going to be in chapter 1, verse 19 through 27. So if you want to be reading ahead, I encourage you to do that. I know your fellowship groups have been talking about this, and I've heard a lot of good things from that. That is because this is a pivotal text in the life of the Christian. All throughout the Bible, we see that God wants us to hear from Him and do what He says. Jesus says that my sheep know my voice, they hear from me, and they follow me. And now we have James saying, look, be slow to anger, be quick to hear, and then do. Be doers of the word, and not just hearers only. We're going to be looking at this text and how it applies to our life, and how it applies to the entirety of the Bible about being people who hear from the Lord and do what He says. And this text is going to set the foundation for what goes into chapter 2 and onward, some very controversial stuff throughout church history. This will help us to make sense of that. And hopefully maybe it's nudging you a little bit in that direction too. As I'm sure the church of the day needed to hear, we need to hear, be hearers and doers. Hear from the Lord and trust that He is right and do what He says. We're going to be looking at that this Sunday. So start reading, meditating on it. I hope that it brings great change for you, transformation for you, growth for you. I've been hearing great stories from the fellowship groups. I just feel like this is going to be a good time for us to hear from the Lord and then hopefully do what He says. Now also, we're going to be having a family meeting on April 24th after church. We're working on some details. Most likely we're going to put that out in the park and have pizza available. But in any case, just prepare for staying a little bit later on the 24th of April to hear about what God is doing. We've had a lot of cool things happen this quarter, a lot of direction we're heading in. Next quarter, we'll be talking about the interns that are coming out. We'll be talking about the potential for a building that we're looking at and praying about and where that's at. We'll be talking about a great deal of things. Now, I also want to encourage that if you're not a member, you're more than welcome to attend that, but I want to encourage you to join us as a covenant member. Get with us in the mission that we're doing. And if you're interested in that, reach out to me. If you're not a member, let me know. I'd love to get you started in that conversation so that we can see if you're a good fit for us, we're a good fit for you, and we can partner together in covenant membership. You might also find the link on the city that gets that conversation rolling. We would love to have you join us if you're not a member. And then if you are a member, of course, plan on being there and just joining in what God is doing in our place. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. If you haven't read the text, jump into that and be ready to worship our risen Lord. I'll see you Sunday.